to another episode of the biggest event planning mistakes and their solutions. And if you see me looking up here, I'm looking at Instagram. Down here, I'm looking at my friends on YouTube. Good morning, Dahlia Beautiful. So today we're going to talk about biggest event planning mistakes and their solutions. This is the new series. Whether you've been thrown into planning or have been planning events your entire life, you can always count on unexpected challenges. There's always something that comes up. Events, no matter how well you script them, they're unruly. They're like little 2-year-olds. And sometimes things don't go quite as planned. And it's important to have a comprehensive game plan in place to make sure so you can figure out every scenario and have something in your toolkit that's going to be the solution to that thing. That way you can adapt and be flexible when you encounter any kind of hiccups or challenges that you didn't see coming. And making sure you have a solid plan is a great way to create room for these little hiccups so you can focus on those when they happen. My name is Melody Dixon, CEO and founder of Pro Event Planners, curators of eco-focused events. I support people who are steeped in all things sustainability. It's in their home life, it's in their business, it's in their events. They reach out to me because I align with that. And they're like, okay, Melody, just do your thing because we know that you're not about plastics and paper and wasting of food and wasting of energy and wasting of time. All those things go. I also support people who have no idea about sustainability. They're aware that there's a lot of waste at their events and there's a lot of leftover food and a lot of paper on the ground from all the programs that they've printed or tickets. And they want to make a change for the next event. So they reach out to me, express their concerns. I give them like a brief, like a sustainability 101 kind of a session. And then I hold their hands and we take tiny eco-focused steps that over time, when compounded, make a big positive impact on the environment. But what's sustainability? It's meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. That means we get to live expansive now and create and do all the things we want to do, throw all the parties we want to throw, all the things. But we do so mindfully so that our children can have access to the resources we have today, their children, our great grandkids, and people like 10 plus generations deep will have access to the same resources we have today. If we're not mindful of that, we finish it all in our lifetime and then our kids won't have, and then our grandkids won't have. So we don't want to do that. So the intention behind these daily shows is to show you event planning tips, but in an eco-focused way. All right. Now, there are 3 pillars to sustainability. The first one is the environment. We get to reduce the use of what we're already using, reuse what we have instead of buying more. Like you can't find a particular thing, instead of looking for it, we just go buy another one. All right. My tip on that is always keep the thing in one place. So if you need it, you go to that one place to find it instead of like hunting all around. That's my tip. So that's reduce, reuse, and recycle. Recycle is where you, like you get your plastic bottles or your glass jars, they send them to a plant, they clean them and convert them into something else. Like they take the plastics, melt it down, they may use it to build, like there's a company that turns plastic into building blocks for homes. A lot of plastic, and they melt it down and compress it and do all the things to it, and it's a strong, sturdy structure for your home. Some I guess cities will have the plastic bottles melted down and make new plastic bottles. So you can have plastic water bottles made from recycled plastic. The third is, well, in that element, I like to sneak in a fourth. It's called upcycling. They take old junk, old wheels, old tables, old chairs, and just convert it into new furniture and give it a second life so it doesn't go back into the landfill sooner. It serves people longer, and it also takes it out of the, or keeps it out of the landfill longer. The second is economics. If it's sustainable and eco-focused, it also gets to make you money. So if your home life, if you're spending the money to buy all the LED bulbs, then over time you should see a reduction in your energy bill. In your business, if you decide to go paperless, you should see more monies to your bottom line instead of spending money on going to Office Depot or Quill or whoever you use to get paper for your office. You should see some kind of a financial benefit from it. Social responsibility is the third one, and we get to take care of each other. Make sure that they have a job, they have food to eat, health care, a place to live, and some kind of a creative outlet for themselves to be who they are and be free. And when we do that, we take care of each other, we take care of ourselves, we take care of the planet in turn. All right, so today we are unpacking another event planning mistake and its solution. So the mistake we sometimes make is, let's just have an event. We want to have a party. And we don't have clear goals for that party or for that meeting. The worst reasons that I have heard for having an event is, we just have it every year and people expect it. There's no, what is the goal of the event? Do you intend to make money? Do you intend to spread awareness about your organization? Do you want to celebrate somebody? They're just, people expect it every year, so let's just have it. Who are these people and what are they expecting to get, and how are you meeting those goals? What that means is the organization is just wasting money. They're just going with the flow. They're not even thinking, maybe it's time to change how we've been doing the event. Maybe it doesn't need to be this way. It gets to be this way now because it's been years. There's new people. The companies change. We get to do something, a new and big thing. They were just going with the flow, doing what they normally do, and just wasting money and wasting time, which is just not eco-focused. So each event is an opportunity to improve. Setting goals about what you hope to achieve with this event is key. Whether it's an increase in attendees, increase in attendee engagement, or even higher revenue, the event gets to have a purpose. Sometimes keeping your focus on your event KPIs, and those are key performance indicators, will help you when it comes time to prove the value of the event and the return on investment that you expect to get from the event. So if you're doing a house party and you want to figure out, okay, how does that apply? What are the key performance indicators of my house party? Well, what is the point of the house party? To get to know people in the neighborhood, or celebrate a birthday, or raise funds. All those things apply to small events as well as big events, personal events as well as business events. So each key performance indicators is a way for you to track and measure your event success. So if you have a house party and everyone in the neighborhood comes, you're building community. That's a good reason to have an event. If you're doing it with the purpose of bringing awareness to things, that's a good way. If people come up and they sign up to volunteer with whatever the organization is that you represent, if it's the purpose of networking, how many people came, were business cards exchanged, were connections made? And there's a way for you to track that as well by doing a post-event survey. So if somebody comes to your networking event, you can ask them, how many people did you meet, or how many business cards did you get? Did you make a business connection that has some kind of a good future? And once you track that, you're able to say, these are my receipts from the event. So it's worth having it year after year. And now you get to think, how can you make that event bigger and better if that's your goal, to get more people to connect? So I'm going to share with you 3 event goals and what the performance indicators are. There's so many goals for your events, but these are a good 3 that will help people to get started. The first one is, if you're a company and you want to do almost, let's say, a sales event for your business, or a grand opening. And the point of the grand opening is what? To say, shingles are on my business. I am open for business. Come in and see what I have to offer. How do you know who came, and then how do you market to those who came? You grow your email list at the event. So that's number 1. You're having your small business or even a big business, an email list is gold. Add a way for you to grow your email list, whether it's a sign up sheet or an opportunity to subscribe to your newsletter, or to get promotions or be in the know about what's happening with the business. You give the clients the discounts and all the information in the newsletters and invitations to private events, and they give you their name and email and sometimes telephone number so that you can have your email list. So if Mr. Instagram and Mr. Facebook and YouTube said, well, I'm not giving everything free anymore, you will have your email list that are viable people who have connected with you because of your business, and they can't take that away from you. Facebook and Instagram and YouTube can decide to now charge for people to stream their content. It can't, I mean, it's their business, they can decide. So if they do that, then you can, okay, am I going to pay the new rate, whatever it is, so I can keep the audience I have? Because some people have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And if these platforms say, I'm not going to charge, or I'm going to shut down, then all those people who are potential customers will be lost. So growing your email list is everything. That matters for small businesses or big companies. So the way to measure that is the amount of subscribers you get at the event. So the goal for the event is to grow the email list. The key performance indicator is the amount of subscribers. Number 2, if you want to increase revenue, that's why you're in business, right? If you're having an event to showcase your services, or even if it's a brand launch, you're showing your product, or you're explaining your product, you're doing a new service and you want people in your community to hear about it, you have an event and you do demonstrations and all the things. How are you going to know if the event was successful? The key performance indicator for that would be ticket sales, if you're charging for the event, or product sales, or people who sign up to learn more. I like the third one, to learn more, because 1, that means they're interested in your product. They're interested and they want to learn more. So that means you have a captive audience and a potential customer. Ticket sales and everything is good. Those sometimes could be like a one-time thing, but I think there's more value in somebody who wants to learn more about your business, because not only will they get the information, but because they were connected to you through educational marketing, where they learned about your business, they have an understanding at the end of your presentation, and then they're able to refer you to people who could use your service. If somebody is buying a ticket to your event, they're having a good time, they're gone. They don't take the time to listen to what you offer, different types of products, the kind of support you offer, because they have a vested interest in your product. They can take that same knowledge and get you customers as well. So number 2, ticket sales, product sales, but also people who want to learn more. And the final one for today, number 3, is if you want to have an event so you can get more social media engagement or any engagement in your business, that is not an uncommon thing because everybody's eyes is on their cell phone, their laptop, their tablets. Social media is where everybody's eyes are on. And that's a good way to get people to notice your business. And how do you measure that? So if you have a virtual event or in-person event, you can measure it by the number of people who register for the different sessions on your virtual event. So the grand registration totally, and then the registration for the different sessions, and also people who share to social media from your platform. And if you're streaming the event live, how many people have watched it and also engaged with it, like they've made a comment. So if you've said in your virtual event, how many people are from South Florida? Put a 1 in the chat, and it's filled with ones. Or if you agree with this, put a fire emoji, and that's engagement because now they're connected and they feel the community because there's more people putting the fire emojis or smiley faces or all the things. And when you say, please share this on social media and tag us, you can track that. If you're streaming live, if you have like a professional social media account, there's a professional dashboard that will show you how many people watched the lives, how many people were engaged with it. That means they were commenting and liking and hearting and all the things. And also how many accounts were reached if you decide to share it to your story or reshare it or all the things. All of these are metrics that will let you know how many people were engaged with your event. And those are the not very visible ones. You have to know to go look for those. The visible ones would be, that's everybody would know, is at the start of your live, how many people did you have existing on your account? And at the end of your presentation, and maybe for a couple of days, did that number increase? Did you have more likes or more subscribers or more followers as a result of your presentation? Those are the 3. Now, running your business is hard enough. You're trying to sell your product or your service, and taking on your key performance indicators when it comes to your event is an added thing to your event that you may not want to allot the time for, and you may not have it as a particular job within your company. My recommendation to you is to connect with a corporate event planner. They have the eye for all these key performance indicators and how it affects your business. I would say because they've done corporate events so many times, they understand that companies just want more monies to their bottom line. And how do they get that? They get to have more eyes on their business. And there are many ways to do that. And the planner has the various ways and how to execute that so they can take care of that for you while you focus on your business. It's a lot, and that's why I'm here. In the link of this live for YouTube and in the bio for Instagram is a link to my website and, more importantly, my pro event package. This is a package that allows you to say, Melody, I really want to grow my email list for my business. I'm a small business owner and I want to get more customers. Help me with this. And I take your budget. We talk about the kind of people you want to meet, who your target audience is, what areas you want to focus on, and then we hit the ground running with that so that you don't have to do all the work. We do it for you. All right. If you have any questions about growing your business through events, because I like to say events are growth enablers, because what? You want to get people to know that your business is open, you have a grand opening. You create this new thing, this new lip gloss or this new purse, and you want people to know about it. You have a brand launch. You want to sell more cars to more Teslas, more whatever it is, you have a sales event. Events, grow business. So let's connect. If you have any questions, my email address is info@myproeventplanners.com. My name is Melody Dixon, CEO and founder of Pro Event Planners. And I want to thank you so much for joining. Dahlia, beautiful, thank you for joining. And I will see you tomorrow. All right, take care.